Okay, man, we're going to tap in once again, man. It's the NBA show. We're going to talk about the invincible Golden State Warriors, and we have updates as well. We're going to break down the disadvantages and the advantages for this upcoming season. Let's go. All right, Warriors fans, no longer is the preseason here. It's over. The Golden State Warriors are full-fledged for the regular season. So it's about the Warriors and their advantages. Hey, and what are their disadvantages as well? We're going to talk about it. We're going to balance it out. They got 15 spots on the roster. Let's go, Warriors. Let's get it. Hey, Stephen Curry might not always have a sharp shooting night, which is rare, okay? That boy Stephen Curry came in on the first night. He had a triple-double, but he was only 5 for 21 from the field and 20%, 23%, and he committed 4 early turnovers. And, hey, he led the team in scoring, but only by 1 point over Jordan Poole, hey, who had 20 points. Stephen Curry had that triple-double. That was huge, man. That was probably like his 9th or so, I want to say. Not counting the one he had against the Portland Trail Blazers in Game 4 back in 2019 in the conference finals. Hey, listen, man, if Stephen Curry can record triple-doubles on the off night, it's going to be scary for the rest of the league. While the Warriors bench did go crazy, they went ham, man. They beat the brakes off the Lakers, especially from the bench, you know what I mean? They did their thing. So that's a great advantage for the Golden State Warriors to know that, hey, your best player can, hey, you can have an off night and your bench is going to lift them up. Hey, that's great. Hey, man, and I watched the whole entire game. Kent Bazemore, Curry's former teammate, he put the locks on Curry, bro. Straight up. He might be the answer for stopping Stephen Curry for the Lakers. Not only did Kent Bazemore have the second highest net rating on the Warriors last season, plus 5.9, but no Warriors had a bigger impact on the team defense other than Draymond Green. The Warriors allowed 104 points per 100 possessions when that boy Kent Bazemore was on the court. And when he sat on the oak, hey, that number skyrocketed to 111. The biggest difference on the team. He's huge. So the advantage is obviously that strong-ass bench. The bench went ham, man. They exploded. They did their thing. However, hey, it's a good sign for the Golden State Warriors. Hey, man, to see a strong bench, especially like I said earlier, if Stephen Curry's struggling, you got to have guys that have your back. And they got them. They got guys who can create, and that's going to be key, which is why the Golden State Warriors will have to unlock the full potential of their newfound depth. Yes, sir. You got guys like Jordan Poole who can leverage his versatility and separate and gain space on defenders at any time he wants because of his herky-jerky style of play. And with Stephen Curry struggling, hey, who picked him up? He picked up the slack and finished the game with 20 points on his. Yeah, man, it's kind of cool, man, because at this point, he's going to be dubbed as Stephen Curry's protege. And he's shown that he has a willingness to get better every single day. And he can generate offense without the ball in his hand, man. And it's improved shooting from knockdown. It's boosting that boy's confidence. And yes, sir, he will attract so much attention on defense. Hey, defenses, y'all better get ready because, man, it's going to get scary from lights out. He's learning how to cut without the ball, drive to the basket, trick defense. Hey, and we seen that multiple times on Tuesday night. And he's learned a lot from Stephen Curry. I can tell he's been studying stuff. AI came in and dropped 12 points, made 2 3-pointers, you know. Hey, that was good. Iguodala is also going to be key on defense. He's going to clog the lane, and he has great hands. And especially on offense, he's a great playmaker as well, so don't sleep on him. And, of course, the turnovers stopped, in part because Andre Iguodala, who had no turnovers in the whole entire game, and the Warriors' deficit disappeared. Bjelica had 4 assists. You know, he was dropping dimes, 6'10", Serbian, David Lee, kind of, sort of. You know, maybe, no, not. But, hey, he had a team high, plus 20 in 26 minutes off of the bench. And Wiggins, hey, he got busy too. He played solid, 12 points on the sore knee. And he hit some big shots as well. Ice in the game. And the other D-Lee, he dropped 15 points in 29 minutes. And the Lakers were struggling, you know, because they could not hold it off because the bench was so crazy. Yeah, man. Lee was steadily getting better, and his presence has become even more relevant for the squad. You know, something we couldn't say about him because Steve Kerr loves him. Hey, and he's rewarding him, and he's rewarding himself. And hard work is starting to play off. And now for some of the disadvantages for the Golden State Warriors. In the last 2 seasons, 2 massive difficulties were the fact that the Golden State Warriors were lacking in the rebounding category and rim protection in the paint. And you look at guys like Juan Anderson, he's kind of slender, but he's working really hard. He's trying to body guys up. And the Warriors turned to him once Draymond Green got called for that second foul. So, you know, he went in and held it down. So almost immediately, the Lakers began to exploit the size advantage. We saw it. So they're really going to need some more big men, you know. So the small ball lineups for the Golden State Warriors will be the biggest challenge for these guys, especially until James Wiseman is able to return in full health. The advantage of the Warriors' new big man is Bjelica. He's a guy who can spread the floor. He can shoot the ball, and he knows how to make plays. 15 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 for 7 shooting, and only 1 turnover. He's really efficient for a big man, especially from the wing. Bjelica, yeah, man, he's going to be a nice fit for the Warriors offense. Like I said, man, 6'10", good vision, and at times on small ball lineups, he can play the 5. Yeah, and he's going to be invaluable for the offense, of course, considering, hey, he's going to open up so many opportunities for other shooters on the court, especially Stephenson. Yeah, it's going to be huge. He's going to have a nice little relationship and partnership with guys like Curry and Poole in ball screen situations. These guys are dynamic with the ball, great creators, and Bjelica is going to get plenty of open looks. You dig me? Hey, and especially for those big men who are, kind of slow in or close out, big ass feet. Yeah, he's going to get by those guys and hit them with the, hey, that nice little teardrop from Yes Sir. That's what we're going to call him, the Yes Sir teardrop. And another disadvantage is they waived Avery Bradley. You know what I mean? He ended up signing with the Los Angeles Lakers right after he got waived. And he drew the assignment of guarding Stephen Curry in the 4th quarter, despite Frank Vogel being beforehand, he didn't expect Bradley to play against his former teammate, but he did, and he came out and delivered. And on his career, AB is shooting at 36% from deep, and he's averaging around 3.1 assists per game, 100 possessions, nice. Bradley's a streaky shooter though, and during his career, he's still around 36% as a shooter from the deep, but he has shot over 40% at one point in time during his career when he had his confidence. And if the Warriors, if they had picked him up, he would have helped them as well, especially backing up Stephen Curry. He would have been a significant factor, but hey, he's not there any longer, so it is what it is. Bygones are bygones, and he would have helped with the spacing as well. But it's clear that they didn't want him because they waived him. Bye-bye. And I think he could have been another little anchor for them on defense, especially with Draymond Green and the rest of the bunch, and AI. I think his veteran leadership could have helped him, but it is what it is, man. He's gone. He could have been a nice little defensive stopper for them. And of course, he won the championship back in 2020 with the Lakers, and he got brought back. And, he held guards to 40% on the court and 26 from downtown, man. So he's going to be huge for the Lakers. So I'm glad they picked him up at least, one of the 2 of our favorite teams. Hey, and another advantage is, Gary Payton II. Yeah. Gary Payton II is officially the 15th man. Payton signed with the squad, non-guaranteed contract early on, but hey, the deals are still undisclosed at this point, but we'll find out soon. I'm just assuming that is an unguaranteed, So it is safe to assume that Payton will be a fresh non-guaranteed contract, which probably provides the team with more cap space and tax saving, replacing the old non-guaranteed contract with a new one and a guaranteed one by opening night. And we saw that, and Payton beat out Avery Bradley, Michael Motor, and Jordan Bell, although playing in only one single preseason game. He did it. And coming off a hernia, yeah, man. And he showed some nice little presence on the floor, showing some energetic defense, getting out on the break, cutting to the basket, showing a lot of energy. Yeah, man, cutting without the ball. Hey, those are easy ways to get buckets. And his youth compared to the more experienced but older guys like Bradley, hey, I'm sure that played a part in him re-signing with the squad, especially in those areas where Warriors have deficiencies compared to last season. When they had guys like Kelly Oubre and Kent Bazemore, they had sailed on the defensive end. And Payton may only be good for spot minutes at this point, but having the luxury to come out, and be a situational defender, hey, that was going to provide those guys with much more flexibility and much more tools at his disposal for Steve Kerr. And it's no fault to the guy. He missed 2 preseason games due to a hernia, which is tough to come back from, but he leapfrogged by a lot, and he passed Bradley in the power rankings. And he made his return to the court after missing 3 preseason games and a road game and a 101-99 victory over the Los Angeles Lakers with a hernia, and was pretty brilliant. 12 points, 5 for 7 shooting with a sensational defensive performance, and he moved really well without the ball. And Payton is known for his defense, like Bradley, but he showed some impressive off-ball movement that resulted in some slams. Yeah, and he got some nice little spoon feeds from that boy Bjelica cutting through the paint.